Inside of Revit, especially when you're getting into a more complicated or a larger model with much more going on, it's very easy to quickly become not necessarily confused, but overwhelmed with the number of views that you will have across the project and understanding, well, which ones have I already placed on a sheet? What do I need to see? What don't I need to see? I want to hide my work in progress views and just show the ones that need to be seen by the different discipline teams, so on and so forth. Now, as you'll know, we use the project browser, the lower left-hand side of Revit, to be able to navigate and control our different views inside of the modeling environment. But this is giving us instant feedback as to what's going on. And it's also completely customizable to be able to show, hide, or display those views in any way that you see fit. For instance, you may have noticed in the past few years that some of these views have a blue shade to them, whereas some of them don't. The blue shaded square is showing you that that view has been successfully placed on an active sheet. In other words, it's been published onto a sheet and it's ready to plot or PDF or share with someone. So it shades it in blue. That gives you an instant identification that you don't need to place that view on a sheet, it's already there. If you don't see that box shaded in blue and it's just white or blank, that means that that particular view is not yet on an active sheet. That might mean that A, you need to place it on there. B, maybe you've created that view for something and it isn't needed anymore, so you can get rid of it and purge it. Or it might just be there for a work in progress or a working view rather than an actual published view, in which case you might want to hide it so it's only visible in certain situations. So the blue shaded square, it's on a sheet. The unshaded white square, it's not on a sheet. If you scroll right to the top of this view, we can right click on our project browser and choose browser organization. Now, what browser organization does is it allows us to control our views, sheets, and schedules, and control what is and isn't visible when that organization mode is selected. In this sample model from Autodesk, it's currently on a custom FE. If I just put it on all for a second and hit apply and OK and start expanding the views, you'll probably see that we've got far more views and far more things going on, certainly, unused views that we didn't have before. Whereas if I change my browser organization to FE, which was the custom one, you'll see that a lot of those views have disappeared. It's tidied or organized the views for us. So under browser organization, we can organize. We've got a number of out of the box ones, so discipline is out of the box, not on sheets is out of the box, and phasing is out of the box. But all of these can be tweaked and we can add new. So if I go to all or FE and say edit, we can essentially both filter as well as group and sort these as necessary. So I could go to filtering and I could say filter by any property. So I could filter by sheet name equals none. So that's only going to show me views that are not currently on a sheet. So now all of these blue shaded boxes are gone and I'm just left with the views that are not on a sheet. Again, it makes it easier to manage and easier to control. Within that browser organization, you might want to flip reverse that and say only show me published sheets. You might want to have a custom parameter on there that controls whether or not that sheet should be viewable when you share it by default. So we can go in and really control what is and what isn't visible and how they are grouped together. We can do the same thing against our sheets. So we can organize our sheets in exactly the same way and control, let's group them or filter them by everything that I've placed on a sheet or everything that my colleague or my team has placed on a sheet. We can do the same thing with regards to schedules. So that browser organization in its default state can get quite messy. I really, what's the word I'm looking for? Implore you to go and have a look at that browser organization and check it out because it allows you to tidy up those views, only see what you want to see, or perhaps more crucially, what you want others to see, and be able to work with that in a much more efficient way.